अंतर्ज्योतिः बहिर्ज्योतिः प्रत्यग्ज्योतिः परात्परा ज्योतिर्ज्योतिः आत्मज्योतिः शिवोऽस्म्यहम्. I am the supreme light of awareness, illuminating the outer world of objects, inner world of thoughts, and deep sleep state. I am divine light of nature, of auspiciousness, Shiva Swarupi. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. He who guides you on the righteous path is a guru. When a parent or a teacher or a friend or an animal or a bird or a plant conveys a message of righteousness, they embody a guru. A guru's knowledge encompasses the creation, maintenance, and transformation at all times. A guru represents the voice of the Creator himself in showing the righteous path for all being at all times. Narayana Samarambham Shankaracharya-madhyamam Asmadacharya-paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Sadashiva-samarambham Shankaracharya-madhyamam Asmadacharya-paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Beginning with Narayana, through Adi Shankaracharya in between, and up to my own preceptor, I bow with reverence to the entire tradition of preceptors. Beginning with Sadashiva, through Adi Shankaracharya in between, and up to my own preceptor, I bow with reverence to the entire tradition of preceptors.
Thank you, Prakash ji. I welcome all the divine Atma Jyotis. Hari Om. Okay, so we'll continue our meditation session today. So today we have another Bahir Nididhyasa practice. Again, Prabhuji will be guiding through this, and later we can interact. But before we go into that, are there any questions, anything that anybody would like to bring up as of now?
Just to understand, Vijayji, so we have 4 types of meditation practice guided by Prabhuji, correct?
There are broadly 2 types of Vedantic meditation, Antarnididhyasa, Bahir Nididhyasa. So, slight variations. And so far we have gone through about 3 of the Antarnididhyasa. And today what we are going to go through is the 4th one in the Bahir Nididhyasa.
I mean, is it the repetition or there are subtle changes in each session?
There are subtle changes. So in the Bahir Nididhyasa, from outer to the inner, so from where we start and how we go to the awareness, so that is the subtle change. The idea is everything is a pointer to the awareness. So what we are using and how we are going into the source is the subtle change in each of those practices.
Okay. No, what I'm asking is within Bahir Nididhyasa itself, are there differences?
Can you elaborate your question?
No, from one video to the another video, what we are going through,
Yeah.
are there differences is what I'm asking.
Yes, there are differences.
Okay. All right.
And also, I hope you are clear about the very practice of Vedantic meditation or the Nididhyasa. So here it is a active process of where you are getting in a very systematic way going into your own source, yourself, and being established in that. Whereas meditation, the practice of meditation that we do, where we begin with breath and we let our thoughts be, that one during that moment helps us to reduce the activity of the mind. And that helps us to again gain an insight into awareness that is always there. However, after we come back and start transacting in the world, what happens is the mind once again emerges. So that's where that practice of meditation over a period of time helps us to stabilize and realize that what am I meditating for? What is the object of the meditation? So that question comes as we go deeper and deeper into that meditation. So the object of that meditation is also to become aware of your own awareness, but there the effect of the meditation is called as manolaya. So during that time, the mind is subdued. So when the mind is subdued, then what is there? You, the awareness. And that is, it is like, in a dark night, I can see the distant stars far better than in a brightly lit night. So that is what is the effect of that. Whereas the self inquiry and the Vedantic meditation approach is to be in the Brahman, be in the awareness, consciousness, all through. So even this practice, it's an active process. It's an active practice. Even when you come out of the guided meditation, when you are in your day-to-day interactions, any of these suggestions can be put into practice immediately. What is the practice? For example, the very first opening prayer that we said today is Antarjyotihi Bahirjyotihi. See, it requires your mind to process that information. And when you process that information, what is the clarity you gain? The clarity you gain is I am the supreme light that illuminates the world of thoughts and the world of objects that I perceive from outside. Now, when all you can be in that clarity all the time. So, in a way, Vedantic meditation is 24/7. So, the practice that we do here during this, whatever the 1 hour time, is to help us to practice in, let's say, swimming pool. And then once when we go out of the swimming pool, out there, is the ocean. Is the distinction clearer, Prakash ji?
Yes, thank you.
So the ultimate idea is the mind, we go to the source of the mind and we realize that the mind is separate. So the attachment to the mind is dropped. Mind as in what I have collected. Yeah. Because the mind itself, the ultimate Shakti of the mind is inherent. But the collection that has come into the mind is separated. To the water, I've added tea leaves. I'm separating tea leaves in a conceptual way, not physically. I'm separating tea leaves. Then I see purity of water. But water itself cannot be destroyed in that sense. So mind itself Mind itself, as we understand, it has to be destroyed, it has to be dropped. But the mind as a power of the self, that is inherent. Hari Om Satyaji, Hari Om Priyaji.
Hari Om. Hari Om, Judge.
We are about to begin Bahir Nididhyasa practice. And Prakash ji asked, are there differences in each of the meditation practice that we are practicing? So we just had a very short discussion related to that. Let us now go through the practice. And if there are any further questions, we can discuss once again. So I'll share my screen with so this is the video of Bahir Nididhyasa D4, Bahir Samadhi D4.
My pranams to all Atma Jyotis, divine light itself. I welcome all of you for today's session of Nididhyasa. ಎಲ್ಲ ಆತ್ಮಜ್ಯೋತಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಸಾಷ್ಟಾಂಗ ಪ್ರಣಾಮಗಳು. ಈ ದಿನ ನಿಧಿಧ್ಯಾಸದ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಗೆ ತಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸ್ವಾಗತ. ಈ ದಿನ ಬಾಹ್ಯ ಸಮಾಧಿ, ಬಾಹ್ಯ ನಿಧಿಧ್ಯಾಸ ಇದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಚಿಂತನೆ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಮೊದಲು ನಿರ್ವಾಣ ಶತಕದ ಒಂದು ಶ್ಲೋಕವನ್ನು ಓದಿ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮುಂದುವರಿಯೋಣ. We'll contemplate Nirvana Shataka and then start the meditation. I'll chant first. You can repeat after me. Name Dvesha Ragau.
Name Dvesha Ragau.
Name Lobha Mohau.
Name Lobha Mohau.
I don't have attraction and repulsion. I don't have attachment. Madho Naiva. Menaiva Matsarya Bhavaha. I don't feel the haughtiness. I don't have jealousy. Raga Dveshagalu Yanagilla, Mohagalu Yanagilla, Mada Matsarya Yanagilla. Na dharmo, na cha artho, na kamo, na mokshaha. Dharma, artha, kama, mokshagalu nanagilla. I am free from dharma, artha, kama and moksha. Chidananda Rupaha, Shivoham, Shivoham. I am pure consciousness, Shivaswarupi. Shivaswarupi Nano, Shivoham, Shivoham. Close your eyes. Gently start breathing in, breathing out. ನಿಧಾನವಾಗಿ ಉಸಿರನ್ನ ಒಳಗೆ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಹೊರಗೆ ಬಿಡಿ. Slow breath and deep breath. ಆಳವಾದ ಉಸಿರು, ನಿಧಾನವಾದ ಉಸಿರು. As you breathe in, breathe out, mind calms down. ಮನಸ್ಸು ಶಾಂತ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Slow breath, deep breath. Slow breath, deep breath. ಆಳವಾದ ಉಸಿರು, ನಿಧಾನವಾದ ಉಸಿರು. Gently shift your attention to the spinal cord. ಬೆನ್ನು ಮೂಳೆಯ ಕಡೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಗಮನ ಹರಿಸಿ. Breathe in, breathe out. Visualize, breathe in from the base of the spine all the way up to forehead, Ajna Chakra, and back again, Ajna to base of the spine. Gently, slowly, breathe in, breathe out. ಉಸಿರನ್ನ ಬೆನ್ನು ಮೂಳೆಯ ಕಡೆ ಹರಿಸಿ. ಬೆನ್ನು ಮೂಳೆಯ ಕೆಳಭಾಗದಿಂದ ಹಣೆಯ ಭಾಗದವರೆಗೆ, ಹಣೆಯ ಭಾಗದಿಂದ ಕೆಳಭಾಗದವರೆಗೆ ಉಸಿರು ಹರಿತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಭಾವಿಸಿ. ನಿಧಾನವಾಗಿ ಆಳವಾಗಿ ಉಸಿರಾಡಿ. Gently hold your attention at the forehead or top of the head, Sahasrara. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಗಮನವನ್ನ ಹಣೆಯ ಮಧ್ಯಭಾಗ ಅಥವಾ ನೆತ್ತಿಯ ಭಾಗದ ಕಡೆ ಇಡಿ. The entire universe is name and form only. Everything in the universe exists. Sun exists. Moon exists. The earth exists. I exist. I am one with the existence. Hold on to that thought. I am one with the existence. Existence is infinite. Existence is ananta. Existence is akhanda, unbroken. I am one with the existence. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಗಮನವನ್ನ ನೆತ್ತಿಯ ಕಡೆ ಅಥವಾ ಆಜ್ಞಾಚಕ್ರ ಹಣೆಯ ಮಧ್ಯಭಾಗ ಇಡೀ. ಸುಮಧ್ಯ ನೇತ್ರ. ಇಡೀ ವಿಶ್ವ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಸ್ತಿತ್ವ, ಸೂರ್ಯ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ಚಂದ್ರ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ನಕ್ಷತ್ರ ಇದೆ, ಅಸ್ತಿತ್ವವೇ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ನಾಮರೂಪವಾಗಿ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ನಾನು ಇದ್ದೇನೆ, ಅಸ್ತಿತ್ವದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಒಂದಾಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಅಸ್ತಿತ್ವ ಅನಂತ, ಅಸ್ತಿತ್ವ ಅಖಂಡ. ಆ ಅಖಂಡ ಅನಂತ ಅಸ್ತಿತ್ವದೊಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಒಂದಾಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಈ ಭಾವನೆಯಿಂದ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. I am one with the totality. ಇಡೀ ವಿಶ್ವದೊಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಒಂದಾಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ. Hold on to this thought. Gently bring your attention back to the body. ಶರೀರದ ಕಡೆ ಗಮನ ತನ್ನಿ. ಅಸತೋಮ
Asatoma
ಸದ್ಗಮಯ
Satgamaya
ತಮಸೋಮ
Tamasoma
ಜ್ಯೋತಿರ್ಗಮಯ
Jyotirgamaya
ಮೃತ್ಯೋರ್ಮ
Mrityorma
ಅಮೃತಂ ಗಮಯ.
Amritangamaya
ಓಂ
Om
ಶಾಂತಿ
Shanti
ಶಾಂತಿ
Shanti
ಶಾಂತಿ.
Shanti
ಪೂರ್ಣಮದಃ
Purnamadah
ಪೂರ್ಣಮಿದಂ
Purnamidam
ಪೂರ್ಣಾತ್
Purnat
ಪೂರ್ಣಮುಚ್ಯತೆ
Purnamudachyate
ಪೂರ್ಣಸ್ಯ
Purnasya
ಪೂರ್ಣಮಾದಾಯ
Purnamadaya
ಪೂರ್ಣಮೇವಾವಶಿಷ್ಯತೆ.
Purnamevavashishyate
ಓಂ
Om
ಶಾಂತಿ
Shanti
ಶಾಂತಿ
Shanti
ಶಾಂತಿ.
Shanti
ನಾನು
Nan
ನಾನೆಂಬುದು
Nanimbu
ನಾನಲ್ಲ.
Nanilla
ಇದೇಹ
Ideha
ಮನಬುದ್ಧಿ
Manabuddhi
ನಾನಲ್ಲ.
Nanilla
ಸಚ್ಚಿದಾನಂದಾತ್ಮ
Sachidananda
ಶಿವನಾನು ನಾನೇ.
Shivananda
ಶಿವೋಹಂ
Shivoham
ಶಿವೋಹಂ
Shivoham
ಶಿವೋಹಂ.
Shivoham
I'm not the body,
I'm not the body,
I'm not the mind,
I'm not the mind,
I'm not the intellect,
I'm not the intellect,
I'm pure consciousness.
I'm pure
Shiva
consciousness.
Swarupi.
Shivaswarupi.
Gently rub both of your hands. Kaivan Chandaguchi. Give out the eyes. Slowly open your eyes. And
Hariom Gayatri ji.
Hariom sir.
So now let each one of us express, what is how was the practice? Was it easier for you to get into it? What were your experiences? And if you have any questions. Shall we begin with Shubhaji?
Yes, sir. Initially, when I started with this meditation, when I used to get distracted, it was difficult for me to come back. But in today's case, it was easier to come back and focus on this thing. That is one thing I noticed.
Excellent. Very nice. Any other experiences?
This was the major one. Other than that, it was good.
Okay. And now is it becoming easier and easier?
Yes, yes.
Very nice. Very nice. Thank you, Shubhaji.
Thank you, sir.
Saravananji?
Yeah, I think one big difference I do see with almost I'm sitting every day is that restlessness has gone. I think until Guruji says, okay, now come. Till then, like I'm not like looking forward, like when the session is coming to end, or like so it's like I'm able to sit and there were a lot of these. I was still aware of all the sounds, but then I was able to tell myself that there is no expectation that like this sound, that sound should come, should not come. Let it come as it come, and let it come and go. And then towards the end, like I think I was just trying to be with the awareness, moment by moment. I think that after that, I didn't realize how it went.
Very,
Yeah. Yeah.
very nice. So is it becoming easier with practices?
Yes, definitely.
Okay,
I'm looking forward to these days. Like,
very nice. Prakash ji?
Today I had a bit difficulty in focusing because I had a bit of back pain. So I started just doing it on the sleep state. So I mean, just laying down on the floor. Yeah, then it was a lot more easier because the focus was always going towards the pain. So I just laid down and then started doing it. Then it was a lot more easier.
Okay, so when you laid down, did you also drift into sleep, or were you able to be aware?
No, I was not into sleep. That much was clear.
Okay, okay, very nice. Yeah, so one more thing is the pain is itself is another sensation. So you can, of course, when it is too much, it may not even allow you to focus. But otherwise, if you can just start noticing that without really wanting it to continue or go away, just noticing it, it'll help you a lot. So maybe just sit and watch the sensation without wanting to interpret it or wanting to give it a meaning.
Okay.
Any other
I
experience?
think still I need to establish a decent position for sitting long time. So sitting on Padmasana is becoming a bit difficult for a long period. So I have to try a chair possibly.
Chair is actually easier. So the posture is not, as long as the back is straight, it is not mandatory that you have to sit in Padmasana or on the floor. All those things are not necessary. Important thing is to make sure that the body is comfortable enough, but not too comfortable to go into sleep. And very, very important to keep the backbone erect.
Yeah, I mean that way the Shavasana posture I found it was a lot more easier to go into meditative state than sitting.
Only catch is sometimes Shavasana can easily slide into Nidrasana. So that's the only thing. So you should not be too comfortable, not too rigid. So yeah,
Possible.
so try a chair.
Possible, and the floor should be okay because it's not comfortable as such.
Yeah. So examine a chair. That will help. Thank you, Prakash ji. How about Priya ji?
Vijay ji, I could focus today. So today I could observe the breath from my back to the head and again back. So I could observe the breath and I'm feeling fresh and I'm able to focus. I feel some improvement is there in my meditation process.
Very nice. Very nice. And are you also practicing on your own?
Few days I do, Vijay ji, not on daily basis, but I'm able to sit and focus. As Satyaji told, I can come back, even some disturbance is there, no? Then I can come back. But today I could feel, I could observe the breath properly. That was there. Might be I was fresh in the morning. That also may be the reason, or it is Sunday, no school, no worries. That also may be the reason.
Okay.
Yes, of course.
Very nice.
And one doubt I have, Vijayji,
Yeah,
why
please.
always we observe the spinal cord? Is it because it gives the main balance to the body, or any other technical reason to observe the breath through the spinal cord?
Okay. So multiple reasons. So that is the main channel of prana shakti.
Okay.
And whatever the various kinds of emotional blocks and such blocks happen, they all appear there. So without
Mm.
getting too much into that kind of a thinking process, here the simple thing is you are asked to breathe through that. So when you
Okay.
say you're breathing through that, if let's say you've been technically trained to think that breathing is only happening in the nose and into the lungs, then you may
Mm.
be, how is it breathing? What is happening is wherever your attention goes, there the energy rises.
Yes.
So through that simple process, the prana shakti is what is raising through the backbone, and then
Mm.
you are, in a way, it's like through a pipe you are taking something to clean up the pipe and to
Yes.
remove whatever that is there.
Just like removing some blockage or something. That is how I realized.
Yes. Yes.
Because Antarnidhyasa also we do, like we concentrate on each from toes to this thing, and again come back to spinal cord. No, that is why I asked why in both the things like we concentrate on spinal.
And also, if you look at what gives the man the man body, it's actually the ability to stand erect.
Erect.
This
Yes.
spinal cord is
Main
where,
support.
huh. So
Mhm.
see, it indicates a certain evolution, yeah,
Yes.
certain elevation.
Hmm. Okay. Thanks, Prabhu.
Thank you, Priyaji. Satyaji,
Yes, Vijayji.
what are your experiences?
Um, it is peaceful. I just hope even in the day-to-day activities, this sort of cool and peace is maintained. I don't know when that is going to happen, but maybe if that sort of awareness, but stillness, uh, that is brought into our everyday, then things will look much better, and all this confusion or every sort of disturbance just disappears by itself
Yes,
without really having to do something.
yes. Because it is ultimately I who is in disturbance, and ultimately I who can be at peace.
Yes, it is the mind which is, in fact, it is, we are just training the mind to be silent. So if that can be practiced, because the mind is the only instrument which can take us anywhere, outside or inside. So,
During the active life process, of course, even now when we were sitting, there were sounds. But each one of us somewhere we said, okay, let it be, let it pass. So there was no judgment process. So wherever there is a judgment process, there is a like, dislike, and some kind of evaluation happens. Wherever there is an evaluation, there is bound to be something more and something less, or something you accept, something you don't accept. It is in that judgmental state that the mind gets into disturbance. So the training is essentially to be non-judgmental. To be judgmental about the actions and to let it go, not to hold on to it. So this training that we take here during the meditation sessions can translate into how to transact. We have to judge in the world. You know, your employee comes to you and asks, give me 20 lakh raise. You say, no, it cannot be done. You have to be judgmental there. You have to give certain reasons why it cannot be done. So these transactions, how to still retain that inner non-judgmental awareness towards whatever the transaction that is happening, is where this practice has to be utilized. This is how it occurs to me, Satyaji.
Yes, Vijayji. In fact, judgment is something which actually adds color to everything. So, and this maybe this 1 hour is something we are sitting prepared that come what may, let me not, let me focus, let me not judge anything, let me not divert my mind. But this is a prepared 1 hour. So, but all the remaining 23 hours, they just come as as they wish, and there's no control really. So maybe this should become a way of life. It's a conscious meditative effort that has to be done, and slowly it will sink in as very natural.
Yeah. Thank you, Satyaji. Gayatri ji, would you like to share?
Nothing much, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to add, I had asked this question to Guruji about yeah, this session is fine, but what about the rest of the day? Right, and I think the answer I got was since we do this session with this knowledge that I'm not this body or mind, head, intellect, and we are trying to stabilize in that awareness or be in that awareness. It has that effect of lasting effect of continuing for more time even after the session, and depending on like how long I'm able to keep that effect, I can resit one more session and then like continue. So that way I found that definitely that if one can sit even daily, like I see that like that lasting effect is there, that constant reminder is there. Okay, if something disturbs, okay, I'm not that, at least like immediately able to come back and realize it. If not at that moment, I think that at that moment is the ultimate, I feel, destination of like where I would like to be, in the sense non-reactive, non-judgmental at that time. But this is helping. The effect of this session is lasting for longer time. I'm still not able to sit that, as you said, like before going to bed, try to go through the meditation, but that is not happening. I think if I can add one more, it will improve, it will give more benefit or help.
See, that is where the magic pill is given in the very beginning by Prabhuji. The magic pill is Name Dvesha Raghav. So to again remind that I have no concern about good and bad. I have no concern about right and wrong. So whenever a situation is happening, to be able to act, but to be in the realization that I am not judging. So the role, see, if let's say there's a Mahabharata drama happening on the stage, and you have been given the Dushyasana role. Very unfortunate, You have to disrobe Draupadi. What a villainous character. You have to, maybe in that moment, still act. But in a drama, you don't worry when you're doing that, because you know clearly you're doing it for the sake of the drama. But the moment you step out of the drama stage, and let's say you're doing something not necessarily as villainous, it could be something else. Maybe there is one little child asking you some money. You start thinking, is this child belonging to some drug dealers or whoever, should I give it or not? So something like that, any situation of life, there that acting becomes like a very real acting. There the distinction of the drama stage goes away. I become one with that character, and therefore then I get all the raga and dvesha related to that character. So it's equally important to keep that sense of watchfulness even when in the real life.
Yes. 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 Yeah, one thing these days I did notice is if something happens through someone by action or by talk, I keep reminding that it's not that person doing it, it's supposed to happen through him, so that like I don't develop raga dvesha on that character or that person. Right. So that kind of conscious thing is now happening. And I'm trying to see if I can put more of that consciousness into my subconscious mind, so that if I'm not alert, still I'm able to be in that way.
Very nice. So then, are there any other questions? If not, let us end our today's session. So next session, we'll go into contemplation. So we'll continue with the next set of videos, no? So now we have gone to 4, 5, and 6. Shall we take up maybe 7 and 8? Yeah. All right. So then I'll share that link, and then we'll review them in our next session. So Prakashji, can you please help us with the closing prayer? I'll bring them up.
Om Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om, lead me from untruth to the truth, darkness to the light, impermanence to the permanence. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om. That is complete. This is complete. When completeness is removed from the completeness, what remains is complete. When completeness is added to the completeness, totality remains complete. Om, peace, peace, and peace. ನಾನು ನಾನೆಂಬುದು ನಾನಲ್ಲ, ಈ ದೇಹ ಮನಬುದ್ಧಿ ನಾನಲ್ಲ, ಸಚ್ಚಿದಾನಂದ ಆತ್ಮ ಶಿವನಾನು ನಾನೇ, ಶಿವೋಹಂ ಶಿವೋಹಂ ಶಿವೋಹಂ. I am not the body, mind, intellect. I am pure consciousness, Shiva Swarupi. Atmadarshanam, Brahmadarshanam, Brahmadarshanam, Satyadarshanam. Recognition of self is recognition of the whole. Recognition of the whole is the truth. Trambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivarthanam urvarukamiva bandhana mrityormukshiyamamruta. Om Trambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam urvarukamiva bandhanat mrityormukshiyamamruta. Om Trambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam urvarukamiva bandhanat mrityormukshiyamamruta. We worship the three-eyed one who is fragrant and who is nourish us all. Like the fruit falls off from the bondage of the stem, may we be liberated from death, from mortality. Lokaha samasthaha sukino bhavantu. Lokaha samasthaha sukino bhavantu. May all beings be happy, healthy, and peaceful.
Thank you very much, Prakash ji.
Thank you.
Thank you to all. See you all next Sunday. Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Thank you.
Hari
Thank
Om.
you.
Hari Om.